Hey there, global citizens. I'm Xenia, your real-life English fluency coach, and today I'm going to take you on an adventure, learning English with the Chronicles of Narnia. Are you with me? Interestingly, in English we may use this expression to ask if someone understands you. When I'm teaching a class and I notice a student seems a little confused, I might ask them, "Are you with me?" But in the clip we just watched, Peter is using a second meaning of this expression. Are you on my side? Will you fight alongside me? It's a way to ask for loyalty and commitment.
Are you with me?
Are you with me, lions?
The scenes we'll learn with today, which focus on Aslan and the White Witch, are packed with beautiful advanced English that I'm excited to explore with you. You will be learning at least 17 more expressions like, "Are you with me?" and we'll practice some native pronunciation together. Now, to help you not only learn these expressions, but also never forget them, we want to give you access to all the smart flashcards from this lesson for free. You can practice with them in our app by clicking the link below. Thousands of learners just like you are becoming more fluent every day and having fun while doing it. If that sounds like something you'd like, be sure to try out our method. You only need a few minutes a day to see real progress. So now let's jump into our first clip where we'll see Aslan and the White Witch's first meeting.
The witch has demanded a meeting with Aslan. She's on her way here.
That is the Queen of Narnia, Empress of the Moon Island.
You belong here.
You have a traitor in your midst, Aslan?
His offense was not against you.
Have you forgotten the laws upon which Narnia was built?
Do not cite the deep magic to me, witch. I was there when it was written.
Then you'll remember well that every traitor belongs to me. His blood is my property.
Try and take him then.
Do you really think that mere force will deny me my right? Little king. Aslan knows that unless I have blood as the law demands, all of Narnia will be overturned and perish in fire and water. That boy will die on the stone table, as is tradition. You dare not refuse me.
Enough. I shall talk with you alone.
We start out hearing Beaver tell this to Edmund and Peter.
The witch has demanded a meeting with Aslan.
Now, this is an interesting word because it can be tricky for speakers of Spanish, Portuguese, French, Italian, and other Romance languages. So in many languages, the word that looks like demand simply means to ask or to request. In English, though, to demand is much stronger. It means to ask for something forcefully, as if you have the right to have it and you won't take no for an answer. It carries a tone of authority or even aggression. So if your boss demanded an explanation, they weren't politely asking. They were insisting on having one, okay? Big difference. Listen to these other examples.
No, and I demand to see the Queen!
I demand some FaceTime with you and Vince this morning at 10 a.m. at my office.
Next, we hear that JD's the White Witch is already on her way.
She's on her way here.
This is a casual, very natural way to say that someone is coming. You could say she's coming, but on her way feels more urgent, painting the picture that she's already in motion. Check out these examples.
Lucy? Well, that's impossible. She's on her way to Australia.
Tai Lung has broken out of prison. He's on his way.
And I bet you feel pretty frustrated when natives speak fast and you can't understand them, right? This usually is not about speed. It's actually because of connected speech. That's how native speakers cut, reduce, and link their words in fluent speech. Listen to Beaver again.
She's on her way here.
Those words got all mashed together. Let's see what happened. First, the possessive S in she's links to on. She's on. She's on. Then, in pronouns like his, her, and their, the first consonant is often dropped. On his becomes on his. On her becomes on her. And Beaver has a British accent, so his R's are non-rhotic. This simply means they're soft or unpronounced, unlike in American English. Her and here instead of her and here. So instead of a robotic, she's on her, we hear a fluid, she's on her. She's on her. Let's put that all together. She's on her way. She's on her way here. Your speaking will only improve with lots of practice, so listen to Beaver again and try to say that phrase just like him.
She's on her way here. She's on her way here.
Alright, so once the witch arrives, she gets right to the point.
You have a traitor in your midst, Aslan?
So Edmund is being called a traitor. Early in the movie, he met the White Witch and she made many promises to him if he brought his brother and sister to her. However, then she makes him a prisoner and eventually he's able to escape and join Aslan and his siblings. So a traitor is someone who betrays the people they belong to, often by secretly helping the enemy. One of the most famous traitors in all history is Judas, who betrayed Jesus. Listen to this example.
Your clan was weak and you are a traitor.
And notice the other expression the White Witch used.
You have a traitor in your midst, Aslan?
In your midst means within your group. It's a formal word you can hear in movies and literature, but not so much in everyday English. Aslan responds that Edmund's actions weren't actually a crime against the White Witch, so she shouldn't worry about it.
His offense was not against you.
An offense is an act that breaks a law or a moral code. It's the noun form of the verb to offend. It's common in legal contexts like here.
Mr. Drake, you're in a police station under arrest for a serious criminal offence. Do you understand?
Yes, I'm sorry.
But you'll also hear it in everyday English. I meant no offense means I didn't intend to upset you. You might also use it before giving feedback by saying no offense, but like here.
Neville, no offense, but I really don't care about plants.
No offense, but aren't you a little old to be afraid?
One small spelling note. In British English, it's offense with a C, while American English spells it with an S. Offense.
Have you forgotten the laws upon which Narnia was built?
So first I wanted to point out the pronunciation of this word. In both British and American English, forgotten has something called a glottal T. This means that the T sound is not fully pronounced. It's cut off at the back of the throat. Compare. Forgotten, forgotten, forgotten.
Have you forgotten the laws? Have you forgotten the laws?
By the way, if you want to understand natives better and speak more naturally yourself, I've got the perfect trick for you. On the Real Life app, you can practice pronunciation like forgotten and get instant feedback. And remember, you can use the link below to try it for free and start getting more fluent, confident English every day.
Have you forgotten the laws upon which Narnia was built?
The structure upon which something was built is a formal, elegant way to talk about the foundation of something. In other words, the core principles that created it and hold it together. For example, these are the values upon which this company was built, or the ideals upon which democracy was built. And then we hear Aslan will not put up with the White Witch lecturing him.
Do not cite the deep magic to me, witch.
The White Witch is citing the deep magic, which refers to the foundational moral laws established by the Emperor beyond the sea at the dawn of creation. To cite something means to formally refer to or quote a rule, law, or authority. Usually we do this to support an argument. For example, it's essential that journalists cite their sources for credibility. Let's develop our fluency with another example of connected speech we heard from Peter.
Try and take him then.
Like we heard earlier, the H in him is dropped. And instead of a full and, we just hear n. Try and. Let's put that all together. Try and take him. Try and take him then. Try and take him then. Now you try.
Try and take him then. Try and take him then.
So we've already heard a lot of formal English from JDs, and there's another great example here.
Do you really think that mere force will deny me my right?
Mere means nothing more than. It makes something sound small or insufficient. Saying mere force implies that force alone is a weak, ineffective tool compared to the power of ancient law. You might say, he won the race by a mere 2 seconds. Or, Michael Jackson was not a mere pop star, he was a legend. Next, we hear that if the deep magic is not respected, terrible things happen.
Aslan knows that unless I have blood as the law demands, all of Narnia will be overturned and perish in fire and water.
So to overturn something literally means to flip it upside down. But we'll use it figuratively to describe completely reversing a situation or destroying an established order. You could overturn a decision, overturn a government, or even overturn an entire world. And to perish means to die, but it sounds much more dramatic and final than just die. It's used for large-scale destruction. Entire cities perish in floods. Civilizations perish. Heroes perish in battle. For example, when Mount Vesuvius erupted, all the residents of Pompeii instantly perished. The White Witch continues.
You dare not refuse me.
This is a beautifully formal threat. In modern English, we would usually say, don't you dare refuse me, or you wouldn't dare. All these mean you're not allowed to refuse me or reject my request, and if you try, there will be consequences. Now, Aslan's had enough of the witch's threats, so he says this.
I shall talk with you alone.
Shall is basically an older, more formal version of will. In modern everyday English, people mostly say will, like, I will see you tomorrow. But you'll still see shall sometimes in formal context and legal language. For example, someone might make their wedding vows more serious by saying something like, I shall love and cherish you forever. Alright, now let's fast forward to what happens next. So in order to save Edmund's life, Aslan sacrifices himself. He offers to let the Jadis kill him instead of Edmund. Susan and Lucy watch the White Witch's whole ceremony at the stone table. When they see what happens, they send news to their brothers and stay with Aslan's body as the war against Jadis' army begins. Then something unexpected happens. Let's watch.
It's Aslan. What have they done?
But we saw the knife. The witch.
If the witch knew the true meaning of sacrifice, she might have interpreted the deep magic differently. That when a willing victim who has committed no treachery is killed in a traitor's stead, the stone table will crack, and even death itself would turn backwards.
What a beautiful moment. The ancient magic worked in a way the White Witch never anticipated, and Aslan is still alive. Yay! That might have been tricky for you to understand, though. So let's now break everything down.
If the witch knew the true meaning of sacrifice, she might have interpreted the deep magic differently.
The phrase "the true meaning of something" goes deeper than just knowing the definition of a word. The true meaning is the full understanding of it, not just on the surface, but at its heart. For example, if a friend is there for you after someone close to you dies, you might finally understand the true meaning of friendship. Or how when Lady Gaga met with the Dalai Lama, they discussed the true meaning of kindness. So Aslan says the witch misinterpreted the deep magic.
If the witch knew the true meaning of sacrifice, she might have interpreted the deep magic differently.
If you interpret something, you try to understand or explain its meaning, especially when it's not obvious. Different lawyers interpret laws differently all the time. Two students might interpret the same text in unique ways. Sometimes it's hard for us to interpret what kinds of lessons you most enjoy. So, can I ask you for a quick favor? Just take a moment to pause this video and comment one series, movie, or celebrity you would love for us to make a lesson with. The Real Life team and I read every single comment. Thanks for doing that. Let's hear Aslan explain how JD's interpreted Narnia's laws wrong. There's a lot of advanced expressions here for us to learn.
That when a willing victim who has committed no treachery is killed in a traitor's stead, the stone table will crack, and even death itself would turn backwards.
All right, let's take that piece by piece. Willing means doing something voluntarily by free choice, not because you're forced to. Aslan chose to give his life. Nobody made him. If you have a friend who is moving, you might tell her, "I'm willing to help if you need it." Here's another example.
I'm willing to work hard, Dr. Lode.
Lionel.
Are you willing to do your part?
Now, we learned traitor earlier, and treachery comes from the same root, and it means the act of betrayal or being a traitor. So Edmund's committed treachery by telling the witch where his siblings were. Aslan, of course, hasn't committed any treachery.
That when a willing victim who has committed no treachery is killed in a traitor's stead.
I'm sure that you know the word instead. Well, if we separate in and stead, we can get the same meaning in a more poetic sounding way. So Aslan was killed in Edmund's stead just means he was killed instead of Edmund. And finally, death itself will turn backwards. Remember when we talked about overturn earlier? To overturn something means to flip it, reverse it, undo it. Turn backwards carries the same idea. Death, the most unstoppable force, is reversed, undone, sent back the other way. You've done a wonderful job, but now comes the most important part of the lesson. You will test everything you've learned by watching all the scenes again, this time without subtitles, and I'll make it a little bit more challenging for you by asking you some quiz questions. You've got this.
Are you with me?
Before the battle, Peter asks, "Are you with me?" What is he asking? Do you understand my battle plan? Will you fight on my side, or are you standing next to me right now?
To the death.
The witch has demanded a meeting with Aslan.
What does it mean if your manager demands a full report by Monday? They politely asked for the report, they requested the report in a friendly mail, or they insisted on the report with no room for refusal.
She's right here.
Filling the blank with the right word. Don't worry, the doctor is in her way, on her way, at her way. She'll be here in 5 minutes. doctor is on her way.
She's on her way here!
Queen of Narnia! Empress of the Lone Island!
You belong here! We've done no wrong! Where's she going?
You have a traitor in your midst, Aslan?
Which of these people is a traitor? A general who secretly shares his country's battle plans with the enemy? A soldier who risks his life to save his fellow soldiers? Or a politician who changes his opinion after learning new facts?
His offense was not against you.
Have you forgotten the laws upon which Narnia was built?
Do not cite the deep magic to me, witch. I was there when it was written.
Then you'll remember well that every traitor belongs to me. His blood is my property.
Try and take him then.
Do you really think that mere force will deny me my right? Little king. Aslan knows that unless I have blood as the law demands, all of Narnia will be overturned and perish.
Which of these phrases means roughly the same as will perish? Will grow stronger? Will be destroyed forever? Or will be forgotten over time?
In fire and water. That boy will die on the stone table. As is tradition. You dare not refuse me.
Enough. I shall talk with you alone.
It's Aslan. What have they done? But we saw the knife. The witch.
If the witch knew the true meaning of sacrifice, she might have interpreted the deep magic differently. That when a willing victim who has committed no treachery is killed in a traitor's stead, the stone table will crack, and even death itself would turn backwards.
I hope you had a lot of fun learning English with the Chronicles of Narnia today. A new Narnia film is coming in 2027, so there is no better time to improve your English by enjoying the original movie. And if you want to be able to understand fast beginners without getting lost, without missing the jokes, and without subtitles, every week we create new lessons like this one with your favorite movies, series, and celebrities, so you can do exactly that. Hit the subscribe button and bell down below so you never miss a single one. Over 11 million learners can't be wrong that this is the most effective method. And if you're tired of being stuck at intermediate and want to speak English confidently and naturally, then the best way is to learn with this lesson on the Real Life app. Click below to get started for free right now with this lesson with the Chronicles of Narnia. And if you're staying with us here on YouTube, I recommend you watch this lesson next.
The juice of the fireflower. One drop will cure any injury. And though I hope you never have to use it.
Thank you, sir. But I think I could be brave enough.
I'm sure you could. Battles are ugly affairs.